with us here on the Black Table today. Stay tuned. Let's take a quick break, and when we get back, it'll be What's Brewing.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
Yeah, that was Mr. Butterscotch for you. Had him in last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago. Nice guy. Nice guy. Not as tall as I thought he would be. He's a very little dude. You see him in Power, you think he's like, oh, he's a very little dude. But it's all good. All right, what's brewing today? Have a very interesting topic for you guys. Guys, have you guys heard? Did you guys hear? Now, the japa syndrome, they say, is promoting dysfunctionality, especially in Nigerian society. Senator Adesewa took to Twitter to say japa culture is promoting dysfunctionality and also maladjustedness in the African society. Now, she went further to say that the people are missing every single important moment of their lives, of their families' lives, and also vice versa. And I absolutely agree with that. I once had a conversation, I think it was here at the end of the Black Table when we talked about, I think we touched the topic. You might not have been here, but we touched on the topic, and I said, I think there's something wrong, especially with African families, Nigerian especially. It's something that's happened to Chinese families after they migrated to the US, but it doesn't happen to white families. No American families have this problem, no British families have this problem, just Nigerian families. You're missing everything from your child's graduation to critical times of their lives when they're adjusting and making, adult decisions, to even children missing out on important bits of their family's history, like burials and weddings and all of this. I think it's just dysfunctional. Absolutely. Don't know.
It is what it is. Like, I absolutely completely agree with what she said, because it's everywhere. You see it everywhere, and I'm like, wow. Last week, one of my in-laws died, and none of our kids, all 5 of them, are either in the UK or Canada. None can come for the burial. Wow. I'm like, what's the point?
Wow.
What's the point?
Why can't they?
So they probably relocated 4 months ago, 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So they've still not even found
their foot
base. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a whole lot.
Yeah.
And then I think at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, what are the important things to me as a human being? Because if you ask yourself that question, it's easier to now decide. Because really, if I'm going to say, for example, relocate, and then my mom dies, I can't come for the burial because I'm still not situated. And okay, so what exactly is the point of living? What are you living for? I think
so
that's
I'm going to answer that question in just about a bit. But I just wanted to find out, you look like the prime candidate for jackpine. But you have
Wow, what are the qualities though?
I don't know what we look like, but yeah.
Let me tell you. So first of all, when stuff I don't touch you small.
Oh really?
Okay.
I'm sorry, man. I'm kidding.
I'm straight. Trust me. Very good.
No, but I want to hear from you. What have you considered?
I'm totally against both of you, to be honest. I think the entire statement is absolute bull. The conversation about not being able to attend the burial or whatnot, you need to be realistic, and that's the world I live in. You want to be present for what? For graduation. You want to be present for what's that all about?
So you don't think that is very important?
I promise you that being present without finances is messed up, right? You are physically there, but you know if you afford waiting, they really happen. Do you understand what I mean? So essentially, sometimes the finances can speak for your lack of presence. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two is totally understandable. That's making reference to, you said the white people don't go through this. Yeah, because if Africa was a better state, to put it in that context, if Africa was a better place, they would migrate.
Rick, what
as
do you
well.
think? What do you think?
It's the truth.
Yeah, it's this correct thing you're saying. But I think so far japa has been explained in a negative light. That's what I'm getting from both of you, right?
Okay.
I mean, it's not a desirable thing. Why are people doing it, right? That's what you're saying. If they can't come back for burials, or if they're missing graduations, there's nothing wrong in japa, bro.
Where I stand is this.
Japa is
Maybe I should
fine.
make it clear, real clear. First off, is that it's affecting the way our families are, the functionality of our families, how our families are formed, everything that form the basic building blocks of families. These moments are actually very, very important.
Yeah.
Now, for me, it's not whether it's a bad thing, absolutely, or a good thing. It's just that it's going to change the way African families are.
But that's nobody. Whose fault is that?
Okay, so let me put it to you guys.
fault
Let me
is
put
that?
it to you guys like this. I've been fortunate enough to live anywhere I want to live. Like, I can go anywhere I want to go. And I've realized that Africans generally, right from birth, we're communal. Like, like we have this close family thing. I stayed in an apartment in London for like 6 days. Didn't see anybody.
Yeah.
And there were people living in that building.
Yeah.
And I had friends in London that you could either see them only at 3 a.m. or 7 a.m. Like,
they're
you know,
coming
all
back
those
from work
odd
as well,
hours.
yeah.
Like, and I'm like, is this how these guys live? That's how they live. And to them, there's nothing abnormal about it. And I'm like, no. This is not. Like, I live for work. Nobody likes money more than me in this life. I always say, nobody like money reach me. But I now realize that the reason why I want to make money is so I can be comfortable, so I can sit down with my friends and then we'll go out for drinks. If I have all of that and the key points in life I'm missing, what exactly is it? Like, what are your goals in life? Because I think about it like, okay, I still do it. I go on vacations alone a lot. And those are some of my loneliest times. And I realize that money doesn't fill the void that humans do.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, because there are times where I'm on vacation and I'm video calling. I spend like 6 hours video calling somebody in Asia, somebody in this, and I'm like, why don't you just go see them? And then I now said, you know what? From this point going forward, rather than just go on vacation, I would go and see these people. And you know what I realized? That just seeing them, having those conversations, they're life memories.
I took my daughter over to see my parents 2 days ago, and my mother was ill. But when she saw my daughter,
Fire.
Now I have nieces whom we've not seen for, and I don't think we'll ever see for
them.
the next.
God bless you.
20
Because they're in
years.
another country.
Now imagine the impact that has on parents who perhaps have even sold property just to send these kids outside of the country. How do you think that this makes them feel? I don't know about you, Mr. Jones, but those are the very intrinsic bits of
Key
life
points of life.
I'm talking about here. So
So
if it's all about money, money is not everything. I don't think money is something that.
Either anyone likes it or not, the Nigeria operates on a social class mentality,
I think it's everywhere,
essentially, right?
not just
And I would
Nigeria.
like to bring that down. No, predominantly, that's what it really is. I'd like to bring that and reference what he said, which was, he says, said, he was in the UK for 6 days, and he didn't see anybody. He went to. It's because you can't afford it. That's why that is. Most people that are jackpotting are not jackpotting because
of luxury.
No.
So that's the mistake you guys make.
Sorry.
It's not expensive to jackpot.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
But guess what? Listen,
$10
this is it.
expensive.
At
This
the
is
point
it.
of
That-
leaving.
you see-
I don't think it's that bad. Is it that much?
It is.
It's money. It's that
Oh, you can
It's
jackpot
that
with
much.
less.
Can jackpot be way less?
You can jackpot with
Way
less.
less.
No, you can't.
No.
What
Put
are you
it
saying?
put it
But you
figure
can
to
jackpot
put it
with
figure
like
to less.
7M.
Let me
You
be
can even
frank.
jackpot with 6M.
I know this.
No, you can jackpot with 1M, bro.
How the status of
How-
the
Are you
jackpot.
people help you out now?
1 million, dude.
This is it, yeah. First off, you actually need to write a couple of exams. If you're starting from scratch, these exams cost somewhere around 2 million, 2.5.
No, that's not the only way to
Depends on where you're
jackpot.
good as well. Depends on where you're good. In Canada,
Yeah,
if you're a single
Canada, you're
person,
right. Yes.
Okay, maybe I'm talking about a family of 3 or 4. You're spending nothing
okay.
less than 10 million.
Okay, in that case.
As an individual, let's start
Single
from
guy,
6 million.
6 million.
Yeah.
Nothing less. It is.
million.
I agree that people are not jackpotting because of luxury, but then again, you have to actually have a sensible or tangible amount of money to even jackpot.
Jackpot.
That money, where is it coming from? Most of the people are putting their hands together, family and everything that comes together to actually send you out of here, quite frankly. But all that one pales to the fact that once you go, most people don't want to come back ever again, and that affects the whole family tree.
If the economy were better here, people don't go anywhere now. People are going to find a better life. You know what I mean? And they're fine if that better life comes with a cost. A cost of you have to trade off the life
There's
that
always
you've
a trade-off.
known.
There's
You have
always
to
a
trade
trade-off.
off a little bit of family, of your culture. Of course, there's a culture shock. You're going to a different country. This thing you're saying about is lonely in London, is lonely in America. Now, so their life do. They are very independent people. They don't speak to each other. You know what I mean?
Tell you
That's
what
how they
Rick did
live.
was, Femi, Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
We had to take a very short break, but that's a very interesting topic there. You can also be a part of it if you use the hashtag #TheBlackTable on TVC. That's The Black Table on TVC. It's that easy. Would like to see what you think. We'll be right back.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
Strokes of colors seen but not known, for when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century, speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Entertainment, I believe, is expression of life. It's bring you into my world, what I love, what I...
acclimatized to Twitter, but I haven't been able to. A lot is happening in the world of Twitter and at the offices. First of all, last week they closed down their offices for about 2 or 3 days after they were asked to work long hours, and they said, "Nope, Elon, we're not doing this." Apart from that, Elon Musk has said that he's releasing, I think, the gold sticker, the blue sticker once again, and then the gray one for businesses and individuals. None of that is actually my business. What really concerns me is the fact that Twitter is dying. I don't know if anybody agrees or if anybody's seeing this. Advertisers have left. Half of them out of the 100 advertisers that actually advertise big on Twitter, half of them have left because they think Elon Musk, this guy right here, is really whacking everything up. Stats say that perhaps maybe in the next few months that there will be no more Twitter as people are moving on to other social media platforms like Blue Sky, I think that's the one the former CEO started.
With,
and can't remember the other one what it's called, but yeah, people are making that move. But I don't know. I'm really concerned about Twitter in Nigeria, quite frankly. Are you still on Twitter?
No,
Rick?
I've never been.
Yeah, I'm still on, but I don't tweet as much, to be honest, yeah.
I don't know if it's a Nigerian thing, but we're not really as expressive as we used to be on Twitter.
So,
it doesn't concern us too much.
So the thing about Twitter with Nigeria really was the whole ban situation and having to VPN your way around around the entire app and all of that stuff. It was quite irritating, but it took way too long, and it's been difficult for a lot of people to acclimatize again. But that said, Twitter is still functioning perfectly. A lot of people have started joining Twitter because he says he was going to give the green badge for, I think, $8 a month.
$8, yeah.
Wow. So,
$8, yeah.
People like a lot of people that do not have badges want badges.
Well, the problem that caused actually is that people were now, what's the word? When you pretend to be somebody else and then buying off the badges, so you don't know who's authentic and who's not anymore.
That's another thing. But when they released that statement, he actually did put out the fact. And why does it sound like I'm defending him? Regardless, he actually put out a clause that a lot of people will be banned if you do not state that you're a parody account.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So
they actually they parodied his account.
Whoa!
And straight up, if you ever try, don't parody Elon Musk. You're getting banned. And then he's reinstating people's accounts. Donald Trump is back. Kanye is also back
too.
Yeah, he's just a rich guy.
But what do you think is his intention behind all these things? I mean, like, do you think he intentionally wants to destroy the app, or do you think he has good intention and is making the wrong decision? What do you guys think?
So basically, that's what happens when you have a lot of money.
Nah.
And when I say a lot of money, I mean a lot of
because
money.
he's such an intelligent guy. It's hard for me to accept.
So
that
genius comes with a level of insanity.
Yeah.
Like, you need to accept that. Like,
there is a 20-year strategy that people are claiming that he has, and honestly, this is perhaps maybe the
guy just having fun. Man.
Once you have Twitter, is a very powerful tool, like you said. It's the numbers, it's the people that you're able to reach out to or influence. Yeah. And in his case, this guy is the biggest movie villain come to life that we've ever seen. Yeah. You guys just don't know it yet. Yeah. This is the kingpin. This is Lex Luthor.
I even heard, I think I read a statistic somewhere that they said that the rate of profanity and racism went up 50%.
Yeah, it would.
500%. I mean,
it's no longer being regulated. Yeah. Half of the people,
more people were saying the N-word. Yeah.
He's just a rich guy with money. You can't do anything you want.
You know
what is your playground?
Let's leave Twitter alone, Beg. Let's talk about this very interesting thing that we found out that came across. Now, a big question is, what are the requirements for a man must have before settling down? Now, this is something I asked because over the week, what's her name? Lillian Afegbai was on, what's that Turkish?
Talking Moments.
Talking Moments, yeah. I hate the show. And I don't like it. I don't like
shots fired.
Hey, Tucker, I love you. But I just think there's a lot of bickering that maybe that's what we're doing here. I don't know.
It's bickering.
The bickering is a bit too much. And out of that bickering, this came out where Lillian Afegbai says that she's not going to marry you. Don't date her. Don't come close to her if you don't have a car. That one is okay. I will understand. But if you don't have a house, not just a house in your name.
Really?
A house in your name. So, according to her, if you don't have those, then you shouldn't be looking to get married.
To her or in general? Was she generalizing?
Well, she's putting it out, and that's the thing with these shows, these podcasts and everything. People have their preferences and they put it out there. In the next 2 months, she'll change her. She might change the way she thinks, and then everybody she's put that out there, still living that kind of, lie. I don't know, man.
I think it's fine. Like, if that's what she feels that she needs, that's fine. I don't. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what she needs, and that's fine.
A grander picture now.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think that she has any bit of sense in that statement?
She has serious sense.
Let him go first.
Okay. She has serious sense in what she's saying. That's her opinion. That's what she needs. That's fine.
Grander picture, not just.
So we actually live in a world now where everybody can say anything and do anything. That's the world we live in now. Because ordinarily, no right-thinking human being will say what she said.
No,
like, even if you have that opinion,
don't worry, Rick.
Even if you have that opinion, you keep it to yourself. And I like to be factual. So you say that, and I like the angle he came from. Like, is she saying that as that's how it should be, or is that a personal thing?
Yeah.
If it's a personal thing, fine. God be with you.
Yeah.
Now, if you're putting that out there as, you know what, these are supposed to be the standards, it's heavily flawed. Now, let's just do random maths. At what age do most people really get married in Nigeria? At what age do they get married?
For men?
Late 20s. Men and women, late 20s, early 30s, right?
Yep.
I don't even have to look at any fact. I don't have to look at any numbers. House owners in Nigeria today, this is a country where 60% of the population is living under poverty. House owners today are in their 40s and above. So are you saying that people should get married when they are in their... What about... That's even going too far. How many people actually own houses in Nigeria today? Let's be realistic. So I'm fresh out of school. I'm 28. The cheapest thing you could buy would be like a 50 million naira apartment.
Oh, yeah. True.
So
in the outskirts.
Outskirts.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about better zones. 50 million. So let's be honest. What are you doing as a 27-year-old guy, fresh out of school, and in 5 or 6 years, you can actually put together 50. This is not Yankee where you can just pay down payment and pay the rest. So if you are buying a house, if you see anybody driving a car in Nigeria, you don't pay. You see anybody saying this miles, he don't pay.
Nothing like credits, yeah.
So if I come to you as a 30-year-old guy and I tell you that I have a flat that is mine,
two things. You see that your father is from,
So let's take that.
You can do jobs now, like there's armed robbery.
Yes, exactly. Yahoo.
Which is really great.
Because
people. There's kidnapping. There's so many jobs you can do. There's kidnapping.
Because
so many fun things.
So you see what I say.
If not,
you see what I mean when I say that these people who put out these things are causing a very bad situation where people now think, I have to be that guy.
I'm not measuring up.
I'm not measuring up. I have to go and
I think she should have. Who is the person? She's a what? Actress or what?
Lillian Afeber, yes. She's Quincy, you're not saying anything, by the way.
Because I have a lot to say. I'm listening to you first. I have a lot to say, but I'm listening to you. But look, first, preference, right? Which is okay. But on a general note, I agree. I'm of the opinion that you should not get into such relationship status if you're not doing well financially. And
define
to a certain
financially.
To if you can afford to buy a house in Nigeria of today and you can afford to buy a car, you're comfortable, you're very okay. And you can marry.
So everybody
I'm
else
not married because I've not bought a house yet.
maybe you're still 23 or 24.
No,
I'm not. I'm well over.
I feel like that buying a house thing is overrated, man.
Baba.
Well, why is it overrated?
I just feel like why, man? You can keep renting it fine. And I'm saying it because I have 2 houses, bro. I actually have 2 houses.
You're the kind of people that I said be well.
That's fact, and I'm even.
But you're not married yet.
No.
So now let's fine. We have a prime example.
Like why? Like buying a house there's too much pressure to buy a house. That's like 50 mil or 100 mil or
minimum.
That's money you can put into some kind of business
Rick,
and keep renting a place and be
fine. What kind of person you would date or you're dating? What kind of person would it be? Would it be this lady now who has this preference in mind that this has to be my man?
To be honest, I would like that girl.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
At least she knows what she wants and she's calculating and she's saying it for herself by herself. That's fine by me.
Are you dating anyone right now?
No.
Lillian!
I don't know who she is. I don't know who she is. You understand? But my thing is, before as a man, you have to have money before you bring another human being into your
Thank
into
you
your
very much.
situation.
That's understandable.
You have to have money. I don't get when people say,
You have to.
no, you have to see his potential. Bro, if he has potential, he'll be paid for the potential and he will have money. And you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So let me put it to
like
you guys
if
this
you
way,
even
though.
check
I
it, like 80% or even more, I don't know what the statistic is, but why people divorce is money.
No, majorly
it's money.
We had an
but here's the thing, though.
we had
Here's
an
the thing.
Natasha on
Here's
that
the
one.
thing.
Yeah.
When people say things like that, it makes me laugh. You know why? Because I look. All I have to do is just press rewind on my life. Press rewind. Just go back. Take it back 10 years, 20 years. And in all honesty, one day I was driving and I was like, man, life has gone full circle. If I had seen myself on the road, I probably wouldn't even say hi to me now. And in all honesty, and I'm not playing, if I had to wait to this point to get married, I'm not going to get married to anybody. There's
said
no
that
point.
a lot
Because
of
there's
times.
nothing you're bringing. Do you understand what I'm like? There's, in fact, you're taking away from me.
No, but don't you think that's a bit selfish? Because I want to believe that you almost said you were broke.
I'm one of those people that don't. There's no shame.
So
in
what?
it. I was
That's
dead
not the
broke.
You're
I was
missing my
dead broke.
point. That's not even where I'm going. Where I'm going is you were broke and you were willing to settle down with your broke self. But now when you don't get money, you don't want to settle down. No, come on, man.
No,
that's
Baba, okay. So let me put it.
triple standard.
Let me put it to you like this. It's very, very simple. It's very, very simple.
Yeah.
As a man, your options become glaring to you when you have money.
Yeah, you don't
Your
know who you are.
options.
You
Your
don't know who you are
options.
So what does that
actually
mean?
have.
Explain that
This
for
is
me.
exactly what it means.
What do you mean by glaring? Like more obvious?
Like when you're on the grind and you have nothing, the only thing you think about is money, 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 money. So you don't even look at
Luxuries.
women. You don't look at anything. In fact, you think you're a very modest guy. All I need are the little things. No, you never get money. The day you start to buy a Rolex, you're like, oh, now maybe this. Jonathan, now maybe this.
You feel
So guess what? While you were on the grind, there are girls that would look at you and be like, that you look at her and be like, this is way out of my league.
Yeah.
Imagine getting to a point where that girl that is way out of your league is now in your DM saying, what's up, handsome?
Yeah.
It's a different ball game entirely.
Yes.
And then you're now having 3, 4, 5 of that.
Yes.
It's a different ball game entirely.
Yeah.
Now, the girl you would have settled for when you're on the grind is not the same girl you settle for when you are.
So you're saying that
Yeah.
for a man, money
a
and
question.
success and growth gives you more
let me
options
ask
of
that
how.
Oh,
question this
definitely.
way.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Let me ask that question. That's the
fair.
same question, but in this with this style. Let me put it that way. For the average Nigerian right now, if you're going to say, okay, fine, you have to get married, your standards, what would be required?
As a young man,
Modest Nigerian.
as a young man or a young woman, find that
Let's also
person.
factor in age as well.
Find that person that you know that, okay, do you know what? This road we're going on. If you know pure, we hope it to be pure. If you know pure. But let's assume it's not pure. This is the best we're going to have. Are you okay with that? If the person feels like, and this are honest conversations that people need to have with themselves. And the girl or boy should look around and be like, okay, I think I can work with this. I think I can work with this. Because in all honesty, there are no guarantees in life.
Yeah.
You could be the hardest hustler in the world and still not hit it. You can be the best musician and still not have a hit record. Like, do you understand? Like, these things happen. You can be the most creative guy and nobody looks at your art.
Yeah.
These things are possible. So look at your present situation and assume that it never gets better.
Yeah.
Do you honestly think you can support another person with that income? If the answer to you is yes, dive in.
Yeah.
If you are still undecided, wait.
I also
Mazina,
think that they
sorry.
actually status. There's a status categorization here that we're talking about. For the statement that she made, Lillian, now I'm talking about her. She was looking from up down, like, okay, this is my status, and you know, if you don't come close, don't come close.
Yeah.
You know, but there are people who
I
are.
love that. I actually love
There are
that.
people who are
I love it.
I
at
love
that
it.
D
Don't marry
class,
down.
E
Don't
class.
marry-
You know,
don't marry down.
what do you
Never marry
expect
down.
them to do?
I think.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Quincy, you were going to say something
go
real
on.
quick.
It's almost a 360. So I feel like we're having this conversation from the standpoint of
That A
us
class.
doing the picking and
Yeah.
being at a certain class, but we're forgetting that having to pick a girl also requires that she picks you in return, right? So if you get, you're richer now with 2 houses and stuff, I'm very sure it'll be very difficult for you to select somebody at a D and E class as a female to be with. Let's be honest.
Yep.
I mean, you could,
Yeah.
you know, you could want to, but to be with, I don't think so. The same way she doesn't want a broke guy is the same way you don't want a broke girl.
Okay, so
You know, it's not like you need. It's not like you need her to pay your bills,
Yeah.
right? Because you're good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you don't want that around you. And I know this for a fact.
Yeah.
My taste board is quite high.
Because you get money.
So I don't get.
Baba, you get money.
Back to you now.
You have no taste when you don't have money, though. You have no, but that's true, man. You settle for what you have. You have no taste when you don't have money.
That's not true.
I think
there's something as self-worth. Heard of it?
I think maybe, why do you feel like I want to say something really dope?
Because you're the guy with 2 houses here.
No, but no, I think I understand what you're saying about like class, D class, and D, but I feel like removing all those class from the thing, I feel like what girls need, and it's very understandable, they just need a safe system. It's not really about money per se, it's just that to have a safe, no, wait. There's a lot of girls that date broke guys. In fact, they even like it because they feel like they can grow the guy or whatever. Girls just need to have a safe system. It's just that the reality of a safe system in our world today is money. How are you going to be safe?
That's the point.
How are you going to be safe without money? But it's understandable. Why? That's why I kind of feel sad sometimes when people say, "Oh, girls just like money." Now only if you get money. Before uncle, what you know what I mean? Like she wants to be safe. You know what I mean? Like if there's World War III right now, as a man, and you want to go somewhere and hide, you call your rich friends. You're not going to call
the poor
Emeka that sells recharge card down the street and you want to stay in his house. That's World War III. If you know Otedola, you want to stay in Otedola because you know you'll be safe because he has money. So it's the same thing.
If the ladies can come out and actually say, "Hey, this is the kind of person, the kind of man, or this is what a man should be like before they can get married to them," we should be able to actually put out our own word.
No, so here's what I say.
What kind of women would?
Here's what I say. I feel like it's okay to have marriage. As a human being, it's okay to have preference. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But you shouldn't project that as a worldview. No.
Yeah, of course.
Those are your preferences, but like it's not a worldview. And the mistake celebrities make is that there are people that actually swallow everything they say. There are people that swallow it and take it like the gospel. And I'm going to be honest. I'll say this without any fear. As a man, your greatest defense is money. Let nobody lie to you about it.
Very true.
Your greatest defense is money.
Here. I actually agree with that one.
If you don't have money, everything that you are doing, you just they waste your time.
Yeah.
People talk to you differently. Like people greet you differently. Money is a problem, and it's a global problem. Like you do things, even you will not recognize yourself. You're going to be buying things that you're like, are they mad? There are things that you have now. 5-10 years ago, you'd have like, why do people spend money on things like this? Because you don't get.
Yeah.
When you have money, you're a different human being. And I try to tell people that, see, when you're broke, everybody's humble. Everybody's, because who you want buga for?
Yeah.
You are among your mates. Just have a little bit of money.
Real quick, Femi, see here. 2 unmarried men here. If Lillian can do that because she's unmarried, spinster as yet, I'm wondering what kind of information you guys will be putting out to the women, saying if you are not so and so, don't come close.
He can't settle for any.
He can't.
I can tell you for free.
I want to know. I want to hear from you exactly. If you were in her seat on Toke makeovers, Toke moments, what would you have said? This is the kind of woman that I would want right now. Look in the camera and say they're watching.
My taste board is not.
No, what's the requirements for them? What must they have?
No, look, my taste board I think I find myself attracted to ladies that appear to be more financially.
Really?
Well, don't start. That's how.
Who are comfortable?
I don't know why. I'm sorry. Okay, so maybe because I've come to the realization of self, which is half of the ladies that guys actually really hang with are really there because the guy can afford certain things. And why not be around ladies who can actually afford certain things? And I had the huge culture shock, right? Hung out with a certain type of girls, right? These are working class girls, live in the UK babes. They get their own money. They don't care about any kobo in your pocket, right? So it was a whole different 360 on my life.
And you were like, this is what I want.
And it was in 2 weeks. And I'm like, you know what?
I
I looked at my contacts and I looked at all the girls there.
Wipe.
I was furious. I'm not going to lie.
So you don't mind a girl taking care of you?
Yeah, no. I don't mind.
Mama, I'll tell you
No,
one
but you
thing,
see,
though.
this is second. It's human nature. If a girl does 2 for a guy, naturally you want to go 7.
Yeah.
It's almost. It's
Yeah.
not because you're trying to prove.
I feel you.
You're just trying to
Yeah, exactly.
reciprocate. You know.
I-
Yeah. So that's my taste.
Let's
Hit
move
me
on now
up,
to the
baby.
next bachelor in the house, Mr. Rick Asani. With 2 houses, by the way. So his preference is going to be real
I don't know
high.
how I said. I've never said that before ever.
Well, you said it
And I
here.
don't- and I
You
don't
heard
say
it
that.
first.
No, but I
on the
was just
black
trying
table.
to defend the point about the
10 years-
houses
10
thing. Like,
years
I don't want
ago.
to say.
Okay.
I don't want to be like I'm saying it. I
10
don't
years
have
ago.
houses. You know,
10 years ago,
yeah.
you think you'd have made that statement?
Was it 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Maybe
I
he
didn't
had a
have
house
houses.
10
I
years
didn't have
ago.
houses then.
And if somebody had said that, what would you have said?
That what?
The guy proud.
Really?
Yeah, that's what you'd have said. Yeah.
This is because before your hits, the thunder hits.
But I mean, if someone had said that before, you'd have been like, this guy. So I was talking to someone one day, and she said something. She was like, "This guy, why do you say these things?" I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I'm just talking.
Yeah.
And someone had told me that before, that when rich people talk,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
to people that don't have, they think they're bragging, but they're just talking.
It's just regular.
This
normal
they're
life.
just
See,
talking.
before I started like traveling out or whatever, like I used to have friends that used to go on like rich kids that would go on like vacations, and I used to hate them because whenever they come back, like, I was in UK and I was in. I was like,
Waiting
"What's
they
she's
worry
so
these
practical."
people.
No, but she's just telling
just
you
telling you
what's
what's
going
going
on.
on.
But Rick, you still have
that
an
wasn't
accent, yeah?
a proud statement. I was just trying to like I didn't want it to say like I was saying houses are not important when I don't have a house.
We'll get
know
you.
what
I
mean?
get
Like,
you, Rick.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now, your preference for a woman would be what exactly? What are the requirements? What will she have? If you don't have this, don't come near Rick.
Yeah, I think
Now you have to think.
no,
Now
I think
you're not settling anymore.
no. I think
You're cherry picking now.
because I believe that money is a big part of relationships.
Because you don't deal
I
with
have to have
A woman who's
No, like
financially
this importance always.
I have to have-
Yeah.
not even. I don't really mind if you're. I mean, we'll stabilize ourselves
other.
together.
Yeah,
you know what I
but
mean?
don't
But
be
I just
broke,
one is just you should have a good mental relationship with money. There's some people that don't know how to handle money. There's some people that, you know, man, just have a good mental relationship with money. Don't
how
be
do you
too asky, or don't be too shocked when you see a
But how
bad
does she have a
money.
good mental relationship with something that she
This is
doesn't
it.
have, though?
Thank you very
No,
much.
it's very
No.
possible now.
She would have already, because if you're going to go out or if you're going to date somebody who's like that, they already would have a foundation.
Yes, now
You know,
because we're
so
otherwise
basically
how
what
are we
you're
gonna
saying
live?
is that broke.
So basically she has to have money.
Sort of. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with admitting it.
But there's nothing wrong with
nothing wrong.
But you see,
I'm
bro,
trying to think,
why is it difficult for men
There's
to
nothing wrong
want?
with
Sorry,
admitting
why
it.
is it difficult for men to want women who have money?
The thing is,
But every girl wants a guy that has money.
Calm down.
The way
Calm
the way
down.
I see being rich and being wealthy, it doesn't have anything to do with money in my mind.
It's
though.
what?
It's a mental
Mental
thing.
state,
I've
yeah.
been rich before I had money. I'm not rich because I have money.
Did you have money in your bank account
But you know you can't
when
use your mind
you were rich
no,
without
no, no,
money?
The funny thing is that
But you know
I-
you can't buy anything with your
no,
mind, though.
No, see, no,
Make it
Let me get that guy. Let me get that.
but that's being materialistic.
No, I just try
You know,
to tell
like,
you.
how
did we get here?
I honestly feel whoever can take this should take this. I honestly feel that I've been rich long before money. I don't believe I'm rich because I have money. I don't see it that way.
But it's okay to
Could
tell
you
you.
afford your immediate needs?
I've been
John,
broke.
to
I've
summarize,
been
what you're saying
squatting,
is
but
that-
I've never felt poor. I've always
What you're
felt
saying
rich.
is, if you're going to go out with a person,
Yeah.
she has to be mentally, she has to have a very good mental foundation when it comes to money.
Money and
Generally.
being around
Not
money.
that
yeah.
she's rich.
No,
But she should be able to,
no, yeah,
okay, not spend money on flexing, but spend money on trying to build whatever it is you guys are having together.
yeah.
And still not
It's
have
just
money in her
have a good
pocket.
mental
She will now.
relationship with money. There are people that they don't have money, but they are just rich. They're just valuable. You know what I mean? They're just rich people. They're
So
just.
you wouldn't date a celebrity then, would you?
I can.
You can.
I would honestly
But it'll be a struggle.
even more naturally gravitate towards a celebrity.
So you're,
Because I feel not because they are a celebrity,
Evil
because
playing
they
ground.
it's just
Evil
they
playing
go
ground,
understand
yeah.
some
let's
kind
put a
things.
pin in it for a second because we have to do a very short break.
Yeah.
But that was a good one. Understand that.
Yeah.
If you're out there and you want to be a part of the show, do remember now, use the hashtag TheBlackTable on TVC. We'll be taking your messages right now. So let's do this short break. When we get back, we'll be reading all of those and we'll all have our individual takes on each of these responses that we get. We'll be right back. Let's fill up our glasses and then we'll go another one again.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
Ike Sankonkwo, aka Cross. Now your intro without
Wow.
So there's a name that thing that's.
I'm just drinking because you say I should drink. There's no particular answer.
You think it's only that can be wicked?
What's the answer?
Subterfuge.
Eh?
Yeah. They claim you did, but you said it just happened. That
And it's called what again?
Subterfuge.
Such a feud.
SUBTERFUGE.
So you look me finish from head to toe. You look at a person who go know what to become such. Yeah?
The nude wasn't like a game plan, or
I promise you, it was actually a mistake. Like it was sending it to someone, and it just mistakenly just.
yeah.
Information with our breakfast.
Ike Chuku, Sunday.
As honest as you were.
Well, actually, we should have a behind the scenes.
We should have a behind the scenes
because that just was fire.
We got your messages, guys. Thank you for using the hashtag TheBlackTable on TVC. Check this one out. This person, Mr. Flo here, says, now, this is very interesting. I love this. If the society says a man can, if the society says a man has no right to get in a relationship when he's broke, can the same society tell him not to have more women when he's rich? Mr. Femi.
Wow.
This guy
He's a pro.
The guy touched angle.
You see where?
No, but guess what though? Guy has a point. So if you tell me that I can't touch when I no get, if I don't come get, you can't define how many I fit touch now.
Beg Joe, that's a very
No, but be realistic. Be realistic.
That's to me that's a stupid statement, man. It's too
It's a question, not a statement.
it's primary. Not primary. It's stupid to me, man. It's like
Wow.
it's stupid. I
Explain.
don't know how to. It's such a childish statement. You know what I mean? Like, what does that mean? Oh,
no, but
so
look.
because say when I be not get, they say make I. So
Playing
when now
devil's
where I don't get,
advocate,
that's
logically
stupid.
now.
No, but I'm sorry.
no, that's-
Logically, it makes
Take
sense.
it over, please.
Let's be
What-
logical.
That doesn't
But
advocate
look,
here.
so
Not
there's this
that I
funny. There
believe
was this random social media post that said, "Oh, now that I'm broke, now that I have money, you say money is controlling me. When I was broke, when poverty was controlling me, when poverty was controlling me, were you there?
guys?
Exactly, it's the truth.
Yeah,
No, those are just-
Select what you want.
Question to
Be
ask,
wise.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
will not say whether I espouse to it or not. Now, hey, Hassani, you got fans here. At Susan says, "Hey Rick, hello Rick, bloke."
Oh, okay.
Is there 2 houses they are looking for?
No, but
That's all she said.
But before we came back on the air, I was saying I don't know if I don't think I will get blasted for this or whatever. But I don't believe in poverty. Like it's a real thing, but I don't believe it.
What are you doing tomorrow?
What am I doing tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll pick you up. We'll go for a drive.
No. See
That's
the
what
way.
I'm doing
No,
tomorrow.
let me finish. I won't finish. Let me finish.
There's no need. Like I'll show you.
I'm saying no. I'm not saying
there's no
I'm not
need.
saying-
we have messages, so we have to be real quick.
I'm not saying it's not a real thing. I'm not saying it doesn't really exist. I'm just saying I choose not to believe in it.
Get that
I
So you
come
don't
from
fall
it. I'm not
into
say
it.
a rich kid person. No. My parents were lecturers. That's all they did. So you can imagine our income. So I'm not from a rich home.
There's nothing wrong with
But
that, though.
I don't believe in poverty. I just believe that whatever stage you are in your life, whatever you can afford is what you can afford. And whatever you can't
your
afford,
realities are
leave it
different,
alone.
though. Your realities
Rick,
are different.
Femi, let's go on. Outlook.com, our regular texter here says, Mazina, I know you will say I have come again. Yes, you have come again, but you see what that Lillian girl said, eh? Now her pockets, he did. Hopefully, she finds what she is looking for.
Amen.
And when she doesn't, we that are still hustling might not be available any longer.
Most probably.
Amen to that.
Most probably.
Lillian, let's do this
But
first,
wait,
so we can
first,
get
but
to-
wait. I think the main
Quincy.
question we should be asking is, does Lillian have money? Does Lillian have money? That's the question. No, but wait. Wait, chill. You guys are misunderstanding where I'm coming from.
you say very
Wait. Does Lillian have money?
Maybe she has the
Is she
mindset of
rich
money,
enough? No, wait.
He's not dealing
She's rich in her heart.
Maybe she's
I'm not out here dealing with my money,
I think
bro.
one of the best quotes from today's show is, you know, fees your money.
You don't use your mind.
Exactly. No, but look,
I'm living
this is where
you don't use your mind.
this is where I'm coming from. If Lillian has money, can afford the set of things that she listed out, then I feel personally she has the right to set her standards.
Yes, boss.
But
Nobody's
if
arguing
Lillian
that.
broke,
boss.
I don't think so. But if Lillian broke,
Those aspirations are illegal.
We would like to say our researchers to please ask us her net worth.
Please check
Find
the
out
net
her-
worth.
Yeah, what's her net worth? We're not going to find out.
Lillian,
They
I don't
record
know.
this- they don't
Somebody
record
said
these things.
no, she doesn't have net worth.
More.
It's zero.
It's a question.
Rita says, I will honestly like to talk like Lillian and say that he must have all of those things, but then what if he loses it all to, say, perhaps sickness? Will the marriage still hold?
Reality.
That's deep. I like that.
She'll probably
I
leave.
like that.
She what?
She'll probably leave now.
Of course, that's what it means.
And that's okay, oh, man. There's
No, but
nothing
guess
there.
what?
No, wait, that's okay.
Yeah, you need what you need, man.
So you're
I'm not saying
in this case you're saying
I follow what I believe in what she's. I'm just saying I respect her
So
to
I'm going to help you
believe
here.
what she
I'm going to
believes.
help you here. You're this guy.
Yeah.
Life is good. You have all these things. You have 2 houses. You have Benz. You have everything.
Yeah,
You marry a girl called Lillian.
yeah.
Everything's fine. No, I'm just saying that. Hypothetically speaking,
It was right.
life is beautiful and all is going well. 5 years down the line, you do a business transaction that's supposed to quadruple your wealth, and then it tanks,
Yeah.
and everything you go back to zero. You're not afraid because you know, okay, look, I built this thing, I can build another one. But times are different. Now you guys have to go. Lifestyle
Yeah.
loans die for like 2 years,
Yeah.
and Lillian decides to leave. Talk to me as that guy now.
There's no problem. Like I'll sit down with her and have a conversation. I'll be like, man, babe, I know you really liked the Bentley. I know you really like these things like that, okay. and I liked it too. I had it. You know what I mean? I bought it. You know what I mean? And I was honestly, this is me now. I'm not generalizing. I honestly said I have a conversation, but I'll be like, oh boy, babe, this thing. I don't have this thing again. How do you feel about?
So what if this is
no problem, man? Like what's
it to do? You never feel used.
No, you wouldn't feel like exactly.
Mazino.
No, we need to stop all those things. You just see, just respect people. Respect what they need, and just
we're looking at marriage as a strategy.
So basically, you bought Lillian for the years that you had cash.
Booyah! It's strategy. It's just
that's a literal paper way of looking at it.
Basically, you bought her.
Okay. Let me put it this way. You're married. Okay, but before you got married,
he's not married. You can use him.
Currently, like you said right now, like you have things that you're looking for in a woman, Abi. So it's just there's things, there's this, there's that, there's bomb, there's waste, then there's money, there's money is just one of those things.
I was going to say this. Let me just say this.
I'm sorry, I have to cut in there.
The reason why, Mazino, sorry. The reason why she would leave when you're broke is if you ended up marrying a broke Lillian. If you married a Lillian that was as rich as you were, she would sustain the house.
Fine, nice one. We are out of time. We can't even read all the messages.
We have to continue this gist.
But yes, I do feel like we should. I want to say thank you to the people who sent Ibijoke, Alagwa Jackson, Sparrow, nice name, and Babio Dolls. Yeah, I'm so sorry. We can't, unfortunately. They didn't give us, we'll just 2 hours and we can keep you here to 1 a.m. That's cool. But thank you for the messages. We appreciate them. A very interesting conversation here. Lillian has been on our lips.
Lillian, forgive
us. For a minute.
We just the talk.
But who is this? I don't even know.
We are going to do.
You go marry him.
I don't know
what she is.
I didn't tell you.
Just the tip. And it's your responsibility to give us, in a roundabout way, a little advice regarding the entire situation.
How come I've never given just the tip before, though?
We're scared of you.
Why?
We're scared of you.
Maybe because like your tip isn't like big enough. I think that's probably.
Guess what? I like that.
Well, that was good.
That Lillian.
So, Mr. Big Tip.
Guess what? 5 years from now, when you fall off, I'll send you a picture of me and Lillian on the beach.
Let's come back.
How is that big tip doing for you now?
I ain't never gonna fall off.
This is what happens at the end of the show. Just the tip, Mr. Rick.
I would say, where's my camera? Which one is my camera? That one? This one? Are you guys listening to me? I would say, whatever you need in a partner, whatever you need, make it plain, make it clear. Don't be bullied by what people think or what society thinks. If you need 14 Bentleys to be attracted to a man, wait till you find and get those 14 Bentleys. Whatever you need, if it's materialistic, if it's crazy, need it, decide it, will it into what you need, and you'll be fine. Don't care about this one. No, decide it, and it'll be yours.
Well, hey, nice one, Mr. Rick.
Yeah.
But nothing beats a big old good tip like that. That's all we have for you on the Black Table today. Thank you very much, Mr. Okpafemi. Thank you very much, Mr. Rick Asadi. Thank you very much, Mr. Quincy Jones. We hope to see you guys back here again next week. And good morning to you guys out there, because it's Saturday morning in about 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Thank you for joining us. To stay tuned. If you want to catch this again, you can find it on our YouTube page. Search TVC Connect. Everything will be there. And you can still even comment on there. And yes, he's got 2 houses and he's single.
Lillian.
Again next week.
I like you, boy.
Bye-bye, everybody.